So, as we continue our spiritual journey, you will have to know that there are entities, highly toxic entities, that act like parasites. There are people who act like parasites. And there are beings from, let's just say, not Earth, known as lower astral entities that are they thrive on making humans miserable. They have a great pleasure in torturing humans. These ones are highly active. They attack me 24 hours a day, and they are known as service to self entities. And you can read about service to self entities in the Law of One. It's your turn, world. It's your turn to wake up to the fact there are Adolf Hitler like beings. Do you remember Adolf Hitler of Nazi Germany, the one who exterminated the Jews? There are entities that are never going to become anything other than your enemy, the world's enemy. They want your attention because it's time that we got busy. And it's time that we all get together and go and roust out those humans who are allied with these lower astrals. And it's time for us to stop mainstream media and all of their bullshit that is being run by the ones who own mainstream media, which are these lower astral people. Lower astral people are demonic, which means they take great pleasure in hurting other humans and hurting animals, hurting planet Earth. You can't get in the head of someone who is so filthy dirty. You never believe. Well, maybe you would. Maybe in Hollywood movies where you see someone who is horrible, horrible, horrible. Someone who gets great pleasure in torturing others. These ones are on the run right now because they want you to follow their ways. They want you to gather together and call for death penalties. That is basically what they're looking for now. They want a bloodbath. They want humans to go on the bloodbath path. The bloodbath path is, I must have my vengeance. I must find these people. Now it's like the Hollywood people. I gotta have these Hollywood people, and I've gotta have them tortured for doing whatever they did to all of these people in all of these stories. This keeps coming out and out and out and out. And there are a lot of people who are putting out this energy, which makes you as bad as the ones who are triggering you. If you are saying eye for an eye justice, you're one of these people. And this energy is being put out on planet Earth by you. and which is attracting these nightmare people. They feed on you becoming one of them. So, how do you live with this? It is going to be your choice. I'm going to be a service to self entity. When is the service to self entity? That's the person who is calling for enormous arrest of 42,000 or 100,000 sealed indictments. The ones who are continuing these stories that are going around the internet by stupid people who haven't read anything other than, they're after my children. I got to get them. They're after you. They are targeting you, and I can feel it because I'm highly sensitive to these fucking beings. Because the more that you do this, these fucking beings attack me. And I don't like being personally attacked by the lower astral entities. It is a nasty thing to have them send sick energy at you. What's that? It's the energy that makes you feel sick, that itches your skin, to have them grab you by the balls by remote control because they're using your negative energy against me. And if you wonder why are people dying of anything on planet Earth, the answer is your energy. Your toxic energy is the stuff that is making old people. Yes, aging is not a normal process in our universe. It comes about from people who have got hate, who choose hate. And that hate is what makes people old and makes people sick and makes people go through a dying process. So it is all your energies of hate that is killing all the people that you are saying, well, it's only natural, it's in the genes. No, it's not. It is all coming about because of your attachment to hatred, negativities, pride, everything to do with ego. Your hoarding of resources from yourself, thinking about yourself first. What's good for me and, doesn't seem to matter. Celebrities, maybe it's true. Some of these celebrities and generally rich people who have their own private jets, who tell us we have to have carbon taxes to cut back on our use of fossil fuels. But these ones who jet set all over the world burning lots of fossil fuel for themselves. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people who are, we're going to go for a joyride today. Is it true that fossil fuel hurts the earth? It does in our present time because people believe it does. So many people believe all of these things, and so many people refuse to do their own inner work to get really clear on how this happens. As a group, as a collective, humans create their own reality. The reality that they own is what we experience present day. If there's a mass murderer in your town, if there's a school shooting in your town, it's part of our world because people keep putting out the energies that this is normal and this happens and this is going to happen again. It is continuing to go down the path of putting out negative thoughts, negative prayer. A positive prayer is, I wish the highest and best for you, meaning I hope that you will thrive. I hope that you will thrive. And you put that out to all the beings. I hope that you will thrive. But you don't do that. You don't hope that everyone will thrive. You've got certain people that you want to target. You want to target, if you listen to these internet people, you want to target Hollywood celebrities because you think that they're doing spirit cooking and they are feeding on children. You keep putting these stories out. You keep putting your energy into these stories. And by doing that, you create highly toxic people. What you need to be doing is looking around and saying, I hope you thrive in goodness and kindness and compassion. I hope you get love in your day today. Your love. Which means I hope there's a lot of people around you that are sending you beautiful love energy. And if you're not putting out that, if you're saying, well, I'll give love energy to everyone except for these people, everyone except for these people will get my love. If you're one of these people, then you are a demonic because you are doing negative prayer. You are praying for the demise of certain people. If you are looking to remove the cartels, maybe the drug cartels are your axe to grind. You don't want these drug cartels. So you're saying these people need to be hung. They need to have their testicles removed. They need to be whipped. It says in the Bible that we have to have eye for an eye justice. Then you are a demonic, and you're the one who is putting out this negative energy. Don't say you're a Christian if you're asking for these people to be executed. Oh, they did all these stories. Oh, if you're putting that out, you have been taken in by nothing to do with Jesus Christ. Everything to do with what you say, Satan or Lucifer, Pilate, Herod. Because you're asking for these people in these stories, you're asking for them to not thrive. You're asking for them to be imprisoned, and you're asking for them to be executed. So you're putting out a negative prayer by asking for this, because if you choose any being, regardless of what you think they've done, if you choose them to suffer man's laws, military tribunals, people are putting that energy out because I know, because I'm the one that feels this energy that you're putting out, because I'm at a very high vibration. And the dark is attracted to the highest vibration it can find. And that comes to me. And I look around, and I'm going to tell you there are lots of humans who are highly negative, and they're masquerading as the good guys. They are not good guys. Are they miseducated? Yes, they're miseducated people, because that's what they feel in their heart they need to do. They need to round up all the criminals and have them all imprisoned and executed. And some people say, whatever you did to X, Y, or Z person, we're going to do to you. So some people are actually calling for torturing these people. You cannot get rid of evil by being evil. You're putting out these thought waves. When you hold on to hatred, you are putting out a hatred thought form. You are charging up the existing hate. And you are creating more and more of these hateful incidents by your holding on to hate. You create your own reality. So how you're going to go and back off of this is you're going to have to keep reminding yourself, I create my own reality. Am I negative praying? In other words, am I seeing something in my reality and wanting to respond, wanting to react with hatred for these so-called people? It's because you think everything is as it is, because it's been going on for so long and you were never taught anything other than it's just the way it is here on planet Earth. It's the way it is on planet Earth because there are humans putting out these hateful thought forms. And it backfires because the more you put out hate for anything, any being, some people want to blame bats for COVID. I hate bats. And they want to exterminate various species on the planet. Maybe you'll think you want to exterminate viruses. What you have to do to exterminate viruses is, instead of saying we've got to find something to kill them all, is you have to raise your vibration and just be love. Just be love, just be love, just be love. And then these things will go away. These negative entities will go away. Negative entities like harmful bacteria and harmful viruses and harmful diseases. They go away not by fighting these things, not by fighting. You don't get rid of them by, no, science, no. Metaphysically, you get rid of these things by being love. Raising your vibration, it's called, but it just means being love. Being love, being love, being love, being love. If you are a Christian, you're going to have to revise your ideas about being a Christian. Because you're not acting like Christ. To act like Christ, you have to be love. That's all. Not love in a bit of, we don't like these people over here. So we'll be loved to everybody except for these people, except for this type of people. You have to let go of your hatred, your it's never going to be anything other than you letting go of certain things that you hate. You must let go of hate. You must let go of, we're going to have to get those people. So then we can have heaven on earth. You want heaven on earth, then you're going to have to be Christ. You have to embody divinity, embody nothing but love, nothing but love, nothing but love. Which means you're going to have to break away from the teachings that teach you to hate. You have to remember what the life of Christ was about. You're going to have to remember that before he was crucified, Peter pulled out a sword. He was going to fight the Romans, and he said, no, put it away. Going to war on this or that, whether it's war on drugs, war on viruses, war on the evildoer, war on North Korea, war on China, war on Russia, war on the Democrats, war on the Republicans, war on politicians. He didn't do that. Jesus did not call for war. So if you're calling for something akin to war on whatever, you're not following Christ. When are you going to get with the program? When are you really going to come and understand? Christ did not say eye for an eye. Justice. I still see people saying the Bible says an eye for an eye. It doesn't say that when it comes to Jesus. It says that in the Old Testament, which is the old way that Jesus came to change, to show you, don't do it that way. I can't believe in 2020 I have got to make these talks. But I have these energy waves, these thought waves that humans are putting out day after day, and they are making me sick. And if you know people in your life who are sick of one disease or another, or they seem to have misfortunes, it's because they are putting out those people. Other people are putting out thought forms of highly toxic natures. The reason you don't see heaven on earth is because people continually to do negative prayers. Prayers for bad things to happen, cursing people. It's controlling other people. People putting out these energies of, I know better what you should be doing, what you should be doing, what you should be doing, what you should be doing. I know better. instead of allowing people to choose. And it doesn't mean choosing good or evil. It means choosing whether they want to wear a red sweater or a blue sweater today. Simple things. So where are you controlling your children? I don't like that child who's got a body piercing. I don't like those children that have got tattoos on their wherever. It's your inability to allow other people to express their creativity the way they want to. I don't like transgenderism. Just be love. Just be love. And it doesn't mean love says I have to interfere and have to do an intervention because someone I see is an alcoholic or they're just my religion says that we must do this. Or maybe you're someone who's not a religion person. Maybe you're totally a scientific atheist kind of person. And you say it's only human nature for us to decide to round up the criminals and for us to build huge armies to protect ourselves from others who have got enormous armies. We've got to keep building a huge army, a bigger military, a faster military, a more technological military. Because if we don't have it first, someone else is going to get it and they're going to come for us. You people are the most difficult people because you don't believe in anything to do with love. If you're one of these scientific people, you you can't get your vibration up high enough because you are in a spiritual trap. You're in a spiritual trap, and it's stopping you from raising your vibration. If I tell you that you're a spirit, you're going to say, no, I'm a human being. You have adopted thought patterns that make you a mortal being because you do believe that it's normal for humans to die. And you might be one of these people that say, oh, we can somehow get human consciousness into computers, then we can cure death. Transhumanists. You are in a spiritual trap. And in search of a way to help you get out of your trap, I'm going to just be love. I'm just going to keep vibrating love. And not at you. I'm not going to send you love. I'm just going to be love. I'm not going to send any energy to you whatsoever. This is another spiritual trap that so-called love workers do, is they say, I'm going to send love to the situation. You have to be love yourself inside of you and not be sending energies to other people. There are people who are doing spiritual healings and they're being told they need to do this. And what happens when you're one of these people who are doing spiritual healings? by sending energies to other people, sending love and light. You are hot. You're very hot, which means people can see who you are, not consciously, it's hidden from them, but they see who you are, and then what happens? They figure you out. You're someone they can get. Who? Well, these are the ones that are trying very hard to be your instinct. Your instinct is somehow there is something wrong in the world, and I have got to send love and light to it to fix it. I hear this teaching, I've heard it for decades. Send love, send light to other people and other people in situations. Some of the teachings that I thought were so wonderful. Aren't. Because when you do this sending of energies to others, you have assumed that there is something wrong in the world, and you need to take an action to fix it. If you really knew where you lived, you would know there is nothing wrong with this world. Nothing is wrong with this world. If you are fighting dark forces in a spiritual war, you are in a trap, a spiritual trap, because you are seeing things that are in your ego. And in order to change your view of what you're seeing, you have to let go of the spiritual warfare, fighting dark entities. But they come for me, they come for me. It is your playing the part of a Jedi Knight fighting Darth Vader that is holding you in a spiritual trap. The solution is not bringing your war to anyone. If you see Star Wars, you think this is how it must be done.